the detectives really do care about this case the way you're portraying it.
Yeah. What a mess.
They really do believe he did this. That's
You
why
do
they
know the
put so much
significance
effort.
of the cord, right? I mean, you guys understand.
Yeah, you covered it before.
It's not the cord. They made it look like they tried to make it look like I took the cord down off the hook and put it on the cooler, and then I brought attention to it as trying to get them to think that was Emily looking for something to hang herself with. That cord was on top of the cooler the whole time. The first picture you saw was the first picture of Hollis going through my garage. The cord was on the cooler. Get it? It's stupid, right? Then the next time they see it, the cooler's been moved over, but the cord is still there. So they're saying that that's evidence of me moving that cord down. She says down in her argument. They lie. They try to make you think I took that cord down and put it on top of the cooler, like I said, and then I brought attention to it. Look, here's this cord. It's not supposed to be here. And then later on, they figure, well, that must have been Emily looking for something to hang herself with. All I did was move the cooler over, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. I was all over my kind of looking for clues. Did I move the cooler over? Apparently I did. Did I put the flashlight there? Apparently I did. But the thing that was really weird is if you look at everything in the house, Emily was meticulous. That cord didn't belong there. That cord belonged hanging up. That cord being on the cooler and just sitting there was out of character. It might not be weird for some people, but for me, and I knew Emily, that cord being there was fucked up. And that's why I brought attention to it. Because you know why? You know what that was? That was Emily looking for something to hang herself with. You fucking dumb cops. And then they use it as it's evidence that I'm so smart that I can manipulate the scene. That I'm fucking... Are you fucking kidding me?
Everything Matt is saying is very valid because I have dated someone that's had OCD. I'm not saying that's what Emily has. I don't know. Matt can speak to it if that's the case.
Everything had its place, doctor. And that cord was so out of place. And the dude was like, this is another thing. The dude, the Hollis guy that's there, asked me, he's like, all right, I'm going to go out and talk to some neighbors. What I need you to do is just, if you see anything out of place, let me know. And I'm like, okay. And I saw something that was out of place. So I mentioned it. Not thinking in my head, we've been through this before, I think, on this podcast. Not, I'm just like, hey, listen, this is weird. This does not belong here because everything had its place. Everything. And that was out of place. So I mentioned it to him. And then for them to take it and be like, well, because the cooler was moved, he's obviously manipulating the scene. I mean, they literally had to come up with shit that was so unbelievably, you got... I don't know how, and that's a huge piece of evidence that they said that I put that cord there. I did.
That's the actual evidence
against you. That cord was there, was on top of the cooler when they got there. So how is Matt moving the cooler over going to do make anything different? It's literally they needed to come up with a story, and they that's what cops do. They go in. Experienced cops are probably way better at this, but these cops are so rookie. They didn't know what they're doing. They looked at that and they thought that's evidence. It's how the fuck is that evidence?
Yeah, I was going to add to your point earlier in regards to the